Have you ever thought about how much work schools do to support students? Schools provide us with classrooms, teachers, and activities every day. I don't think students should be allowed to grade their schools because of several reasons. First, schools already work very hard to help students. They provide books, technology, and safe places to learn. If students grade their schools unfairly, it might make the school staff feel like their hard work isn't appreciated. Second, kids might not be fair when grading schools. Some students might give a bad grade just because they don't like the rules or school lunch. That wouldn't be a good way to measure how well a school is doing. Third, grading schools would not be helpful or accurate. If a school needs improvement, principals and teachers already work to make things better. Students are still learning, so they might not fully understand what makes a good school. Instead of grading, students could give suggestions in a more helpful way. In conclusion, students should not grade their schools. Schools work hard to provide education, and students might not be fair or accurate in their feedback. Instead of grading, students should focus on learning and finding positive ways to share their ideas for improvement. Have you ever felt like your school could be better? What if students had a way to share their thoughts and help make improvements? Giving students a voice in their education could make a big difference. One way to do that is by allowing students to grade their schools. First, if students grade their schools, it would help make learning more enjoyable. Some schools might not realize when certain activities or rules make learning less fun. For example, if students feel like there aren't enough creative projects, they could suggest changes. This feedback would help schools create a better learning environment. Second, grading schools would help them understand what students need. If students think the cafeteria food is unhealthy or that the school library needs more books, they could let the school know. For instance, if many students struggle with math but there aren't enough tutoring options, the school could add extra help sessions. Third, grading schools would help improve education for everyone. When schools know what works and what doesn't, they can make improvements that benefit all students. For example, if students say they need more outdoor playtime or quieter spaces for studying, the school could adjust schedules or create new areas for students to use. In conclusion, students should be able to grade their schools. It would help make learning more enjoyable, improve school resources, and create a better experience for everyone. Since schools exist to help students, it only makes sense that students should have a say in how they can be improved. School is a place where students learn and grow, but not everything about it is perfect. Some students love their school, while others complain about homework, lunch, or rules they don't like. But should students have the power to grade their schools? I don't think so. While feedback is important, allowing students to officially grade their schools would not be the right choice. One reason grading schools wouldn't work is that kids going through adolescence tend to dislike almost everything. As students get older, they start finding more things to be annoyed by, waking up early, school rules, or even just being in class. Many would give their school a bad grade just because they're frustrated, not because the school is actually bad. Schools should be judged fairly, not based on temporary emotions. Another problem is that students should focus on more important things. Instead of spending time grading their school, they should concentrate on their education. Their job is to learn, not to worry about how the school is run. Schools already have people, like principals and teachers, who make decisions. If students are unhappy, they can talk to a teacher or join the student council instead of giving out grades. Most importantly, parents are the ones who should grade schools, not kids. Parents are adults, and they know what really matters in a good education. They can see if their child is learning enough, if the school is safe, and if teachers are doing a good job. Since parents are the ones who send their kids to school, they should be the ones giving feedback. Ultimately, allowing students to grade their schools would not be a fair or useful system. Most kids would grade unfairly just because they are frustrated, and they should focus on learning instead. If schools need to be graded, parents are the ones who should do it. Schools exist to teach students, not to impress them.